Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Arlington Experience with Jim Ross. I'm Jim Ross and I'm sitting here with a dear friend of mine, Dr. Kenyon Godwin. He's a chiropractor here in Arlington at the Active Family Wellness Center. But here's what's special about Dr. Godwin. First of all, he's a friend of mine. Second of all, he's a veteran and a man of God. But third of all, he's more than just a chiropractor here. You have a business, Dr. Godwin, that really focuses on someone's entire health, correct?
Correct.
What made you want to become a chiropractor?
So in short, when I was younger, my mother had some serious health issues that inspired me to be a doctor. Because growing up, she's a single parent, 3 kids, working at a chicken plant. And if you don't have that type of insurance or income, then healthcare is very limited. So in my mind as a kid, she couldn't get the care that she needed or no one wanted to provide it. So that inspired me to be a doctor so I can care for her and people like that. When I went into the military, Air Force, I had a medical job. And I loved just being able to contribute to help and add value and save someone's life. And that reignited those passions I had as a kid of, man, maybe I can be a doctor. But here's the catch. I knew I didn't want to deliver babies. That just was not on my radar at all. You know, I know that it doesn't go well to deliver a baby and pass out. And so I figured that wasn't going to be my niche. I didn't want to do surgery, as well as I didn't grow up taking medication. You know, I'm from a small country place, and whenever someone had a sickness or illness, my grandmother had the recipe for everything in the kitchen. We just used food. And so I felt like it would be a big contradiction for me to prescribe medication, knowing that personally I don't subscribe to that philosophy. So my anatomy instructor was a chiropractor. That was the first time I learned about chiropractic. He just taught us stories from his office and just taught us the body through that vehicle. And I said, man, this sounds natural. It's exercise, it's nutrition, all rolled into one. That's a good fit for me.
You have a different type of practice. You have 2 offices here in Arlington, right?
Yes, sir.
One in South Collins, one on North Collins. And you subscribe to the philosophy that we got to treat the whole person. You're not just doing adjustments.
Well, really, when you look at the healthcare model, healthcare is just basically looking at managing disease. It's a disease management system, seriously. And I realized that that's not the way to go. And we separate physical health from mental health. Now, more recently, mental health has been more of a hot topic and it's more generally accepted to speak about. But for my faith, I know that we were created, mind, body, and spirit. And if we're created that way, then we might want to look at health through the same lens. So in our office, we look at the person from the physical health, the mental health, and the spiritual health. We have a prayer board on each wall in both offices to make sure that if someone has a prayer request, they can write that down. We can encourage, we can pray. That's what I love about being a business owner. I don't have to check with the boss to do that. And our approach is very personal. We look people in the eyes, even with the mask on. And so I can say, hey, Jim, something doesn't look right. What's going on? Talk to me. Because at the end of the day, we want to put the care back into healthcare. People move in so fast through offices. They're waiting. They don't feel like anyone cares or knows anything about them, their family. We're trying to be a different type of office, a different breed of doctor, the doctor of the future, so that people feel like someone genuinely cares, they're getting the right type of services, not based off of goals or financials, but based off what each person needs.
Dr. Godwin won't tell you all this, but before we got started today, he and I were sitting down and visiting. And he is one of those folks that not only talk the talk, he walks the walk, because he looked over at me and he says, Jim, what do you need prayer for? That speaks volumes to this man's heart and how he deals with his patients here. And I appreciate your friendship and your willingness to do that so much. It just means the world to me. I know you, and I know how you give back to this community. You've started something different lately, though, in a consulting business for Christian entrepreneurs.
I started a business called Dreams Consulting. I had this idea that came to me that a lot of faith-based entrepreneurs struggle with business. Sometimes it's due to the ideology that to be a Christian business owner means you have to be humble, which means you have to be broke or not profitable. And sometimes we just don't have the tools and we're not sure how to mesh our spiritual lives with business. And at the end of the day, we want representation, just like we want representation with race and all those things. I feel like as believers, our businesses should thrive we should be successful so that we can be a platform for God's purpose and will, but also so that we can contribute to the organizations and the things that we care about. Sometimes you're hoping someone's going to help with an organization or a charity or a nonprofit or a cause that we care about, and it doesn't always happen that way. So that's why I started that. I want to make sure that I can help each and every entrepreneur and leader have success and not feel like their business is the biggest source of stress in their life.
So if you're looking for a chiropractor that doesn't just care about giving you adjustments, but cares about your entire being, come here and check out the Active Family Wellness Center in North and South Arlington.
Phone number is 817-557-2770. Our website is txwellnessdoc.com. And then Facebook is a really good tool for us. We have a Facebook and Instagram. Our Facebook is Active Family Wellness. Every day, 365, there's content uploaded, whether it's recipes or just health and wellness information, because we want to be a resource. The word doctor means teacher. And so for me to be a good doctor, I have to be a good teacher. And that's why our goal is to make Arlington the healthiest city in the state of Texas.
Folks, this is what makes this community the dream city. People like Dr. Godwin who come here, who strive to do right by the community, who give back on a regular basis. He's a man of God, a veteran. He is as passionate as they come about taking care of his patients. If you need a good doctor, find the Active Family Wellness Center. And until next time, thank you. We'll see you on the next go around of the Arlington Experience.